Hi, everyone. I'm Beth Houtrow. I'm the director of the Kalamazoo Entrepreneur Network, a new organization that's launching this winter. So I'm going to go introduce you to Kzen, talk about ecosystem building, what we will offer, and how you can help. Okay, so our mission is to inspire, connect, and empower entrepreneurs in Kalamazoo by championing inclusivity, fostering community, and providing resources for growth and success. We are dedicated to removing barriers and celebrating the achievements of BIPOC and other diverse entrepreneurs through storytelling, events, and meaningful support. So these are our partners. I don't have time to go through them. Happy to share the question time, but lots of nonprofits, the government, lenders, all kinds of organizations are working together for this mission. So what is ecosystem building? That's kind of generally what the mission was about. It's the creation of an interconnected network of support organizations, entrepreneurs, talent, capital, corporations, and the community to uplift entrepreneurs and create community-wide economic development. Many communities, and currently in Kalamazoo, people are all kind of doing their own thing, right? And they might go to one event, but they're not really connected, and we don't have all these pieces that we can connect together. So that is the mission of, part of the mission of Kzen, is to help people make these connections. And why? Well, for nonprofits, it helps prevent replication of services across organizations. It helps us identify gaps in entrepreneur support, what's missing, so we can create programming to address things that are missing. It helps us simplify the resource process for finding process for entrepreneurs, right? You want to know what events are happening, what programs are happening, what classes are happening. We have a one-stop shop. I kind of hate that language, but we have a one-stop shop for that. Create opportunities for collaboration and problem solving. That's the networks, the nodes. We're talking to Western, we're talking to Startup Zoo, right? How we can put them together so that students at Western are getting jobs with startups, right? Or starting their own startups up. How can we create those connections? And then just increase the awareness of the value of entrepreneurship, which I'll hit on in a minute here. So what will we offer? 2025, we're going to offer 3 things. First, that resource navigation piece. You can go on the website and you can search for things that you need, help with a business plan, help with funding, that kind of thing. But we always have inclusivity as a focus. So we're going to have in-person office hours, and those are going to be hosted in the Northside, Edison, and Vine neighborhoods, as well as at El Concilio. So where people feel comfortable coming in kind of within their own community. Storytelling to create a culture of growth. So we'll have a blog, podcast, events, where we are celebrating BIPOC and other diverse entrepreneurs and their accomplishments. And then convening and collaboration of the entrepreneur supporters, that's what I'm calling them. So we have bi-monthly meetings of like-minded nonprofits, government agencies, capital providers, entrepreneur support businesses, entrepreneurs themselves, and educators. And our focus is that every time we have those meetings, we will have some focus on inclusivity and how we're making sure we're getting to as much of the community, especially the underserved community, as possible. Oh, I'm going so fast. And what we offer in the future, filling those resource gaps, making sure we're getting funding so that we can do things we know we're missing, like second stage support. So how do we create programming for people we have lots of launch stuff, but we're missing a lot of how do you grow your business and accelerate. Startups is great, but they only take 6 businesses a year. Capital consortium, that existed in the past. How do we create a space where people who are underserved and not as comfortable with the banking or with the credit union system, how do we help get them funding? And then collective fundraising. One of my jobs will be to be the voice of entrepreneurship in Kalamazoo with lenders and funders and donors, and talking to them why entrepreneurship is just as important as any sort of other support in the community from a charitable perspective. And how can you help? Spread the word. Please sign up, but spread the word about Kzen. If you know of any BIPOC or other diverse entrepreneurs, it could be women, LGBTQ, disabled, all kinds of versions of diversity out there, people, but we are looking at growth businesses. That's a culture we're trying to build, is this of dreaming bigger, right? Dreaming bigger in Kalamazoo. Beyond the Etsy shop, which is great to get started, right? But how do we get people to think bigger than that, or the farmer's market booth? Please make introductions to any community organizations you think should be on that big list that I had. And then if you know anyone who wants to give us money to do our work, please introduce us to funders and donors. And it's just thekzen.org. So really easy. We right now we're just sending out event lists, like everything that's happening in town. but eventually we'll have those stories that we'll be publishing, and opportunities, funding. I know Northern Initiatives has a funding opportunity coming up soon with 0% loans. Those kind of things will be in our emails. So just a way to get everything in one place. Okay.
You have 1 minute.
I talked really fast because I.
No, okay, we can just go right to Q&A. Awesome.
All right.